We grasp the lightning of the stars and wake up as the destroyer of worlds. July 16, 1945, the New Mexico desert. Before sunrise, a light rises that belongs to no natural order. Not the warmth of the sun, not the glow of fire. Something torn from the interior of matter itself. Raw, total, annihilating. A light that does not illuminate. A light that erases. And the man who made it stands in the darkness, watching, and thinks of a God revealing his true form to a terrified soldier. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. J. Robert Oppenheimer, the architect of the atomic age, the man who reached further into the unknown than any scientist of his generation, and spent the rest of his life paying the full, devastating price of that reaching. We peel back the legend to find something history rarely preserves. Not the icon, not the fedora, not the man frozen in the amber of a single terrible morning. We find a man of extraordinary wholeness. Before the bomb, Oppenheimer moved between quantum mechanics and classical poetry as though they were rooms in the same house. He read the Bhagavad Gita in its original Sanskrit, not for religion, not for comfort, but for the sheer beauty of a mind wrestling with the infinite. He quoted Proust to his graduate students. He made physics feel like it touched everything: grief, beauty, the precise weight of what we owe each other. His students said that to sit in his lectures was to feel entire universe lean slightly closer. He believed, with the full force of his extraordinary mind, that the deepest purpose of human brilliance was to illuminate the world. He had not yet discovered what illumination could burn. In 1942, the most powerful government on earth placed an entire desert at his feet and asked one question: can you end this war? What followed was perhaps the greatest gathering of human intelligence in history. Hundreds of the world's finest physicists, pulled from every corner of the civilized world, living and arguing and dreaming together at the outermost edge of the possible. In the wilderness of New Mexico, beneath skies that had never witnessed anything like what was coming. Oppenheimer ran all of it, inspired all of it, loved every moment of it. And this is the part of the story that makes everything else so unbearable. He did not stumble into it. He was not a reluctant servant of history. The bomb was his masterpiece. Those years in the desert, constructing the most terrible weapon ever conceived by a human mind, were the years he later called the best of his life. He built it with joy. 3 weeks after Trinity, the sky over Hiroshima turned white. Then Nagasaki, 200,000 dead. In October 1945, Oppenheimer sat across from President Truman and spoke 5 words that would define the entire remainder of his existence. I have blood on my hands. Truman never wanted to see him again. But Oppenheimer was not reaching for absolution. He was not collapsing under guilt. He was doing something far rarer, far more difficult. He was refusing to look away from what he had made. From that moment forward, he weaponized the only thing the government could not immediately strip from him: his name, his authority, his singular and irreplaceable voice. He argued against the hydrogen bomb, a weapon 1,000 times more powerful than the one he had built, with the urgency of a man who understood, more completely than anyone alive, exactly what he was arguing against. In 1954, they answered him. They stripped his security clearance. They silenced him. They erased him from the world his own brilliance had helped create. Declared the father of the atomic bomb a risk to the nation the atomic bomb had saved. He retreated to Princeton, grew quieter, thinner, smaller, and died 12 years later, undone not by failure, but by the full, crushing weight of his success. We trace the descent of a man who reached the absolute pinnacle of what a human mind can achieve, and found at the top not triumph, not vindication, not the clean satisfaction of a problem solved, but the slow, irreversible recognition of what that achievement had cost the world. Oppenheimer did not fail. Let history be clear on this. He succeeded beyond all measure, beyond all precedent, beyond what anyone believed was possible. And then, and this is the part that cannot be explained away, he had to live inside that success every day for the rest of his life. What he leaves behind is not a warning. Warnings can be dismissed. Warnings can be filed away and forgotten by men who have other things to build. What he leaves behind is an image. A man standing in the desert, watching a light that should not exist, thinking of a God who destroys worlds, and choosing, in every year that followed, to name what that light was, to refuse the comfort of necessity, to refuse the shelter of history, to stand in the fire he made and say, simply, without flinching, I know what this is. In a world that has never stopped building, that reaches always further, always faster, always with the absolute certainty that the next breakthrough will be different, that refusal to look away, that insistence on naming the truth even when the truth unmakes you, may be the only kind of courage that has ever truly mattered.